Yeah. So everything is fine. Like it's sometimes giving me some warning that it's not a good connection. Okay. So one need to be a opening tag. You can see a body opening tag, the content area, that's it, and the closing tag. So these are the must things. Some of the self-closing tags are like link, img tags, which are called self-closing tags, but that means they need not to be closed. Okay. Every website needs the code below. You can see that I mentioned you before. These are some important and necessary codes which are important for an HTML file. Line 1 that specifies the code below is HTML, as I said. Line 2, HTML. This is an opening HTML tag. Line 3, the head tag contains information about your website. This isn't visible to the users. Exactly. This contains the information about your website, and it is also able to hold, like when you connect your CSS and JavaScript file, you can also connect through here. So this is the place where you write that code to connect your HTML and CSS file. Line 5 is, this is the title of your website that the users see in the browser. Line 6 is the closing tag of the head tag. This is the end element. Line 7 to 10, as you can see, is for the body tag, opening and closing. And line 11 is the closing HTML tag. So this is the structure of an HTML file. So that was something deep dive into index.html. So index.html is a regular kind of stuff. Like generally people name their HTML file as index.html. .html is its extension without which one cannot say that it is an HTML file. So .html is a must thing. So HTML is just the skeleton of the web page. So how do we style HTML elements? Any answer? Like how do we style HTML elements so that it can get a good structure, not just a skeleton one? Can you all term it? Exactly, CSS file. Yes, using CSS. So talking about CSS syntax, you can see that H1 in brackets color colon blue semicolon. So the selector specifies which elements to style. So this is the select. For example, in the HTML section, H1 means it is the kind of for labeling your text size. H1 is the largest one. So you can select H1 from your HTML file, and then the property, what styling you want to do, be it color or background color or whatever you want. So color is the property and blue is the value. Like there is something H1 in your HTML file. You want its color, the text color, to be blue. So you mention it here. So this is the CSS rule set. A value and a property together are the declaration. A selector and its declaration together make a rule set. So this is the basic syntax through which we will proceed in CSS. Yeah. So now let's make some project. Theoretical ones are very much. So we will be making a very basic website through HTML and CSS. So I hope you all have downloaded any kind of editor, be it VS Code, Sublime, Notepad, Notepad++. I guess you all have downloaded because we had mentioned it in the prerequisite. Yeah, that's great. So let's open it. Okay. Yeah, so everything is visible, like my VS Code is visible. So let's move ahead. So I have made a folder named as first website. Wherever you want, you can make a folder, be it in your D drive or any in the specific folder, and open that folder. And you can use whatever editor you want. I am using VS Code, and I am making a new file in it, index.html, as I said, and one CSS file. So let's make it style.css. So these are the general terminologies. Generally, people make name their file names as this, index.html and style.css. So let's start with HTML. So let's write the structure first. Yeah, so doc type HTML, then HTML opening tag, then head, then meta tag, then the title. Name is you can write your name as the title, but I am writing first website. Okay. Then the closing tag of head tag. Then let's begin our body. This will be our body. Let's close it. Now the closing HTML tag. So we have written our basic HTML structure. Now let's proceed with the main thing. I am giving you 3-4 lines of code, so you can add it here. Let me share it in the chat section. Can you please actually use these kind of specific tags you have done with all? Yeah. Wait a second. Like I have sent some lines of code, so you can copy it and paste it in your HTML head, in your head tag below. So that code is let me copy it here. So we can style it. Yeah. So these tags make your website a simple, responsive one. So you can see that name viewport content width is equal to device width. So this is defining that the width of your website is equal to the device width. So it will be elaborated to your whole device. Initial scale 0, so 1.0 scale. Next is these are some style sheets. So you have heard of Bootstrap and Font Awesome. So Bootstrap is also used for making your website responsive. And Font Awesome, you have seen in your websites like some social media icon or some kind of icons. So those icons you can use through Font Awesome. If you want, you can get these from the browser itself. Let me show you. Let me open the browser. Yeah. So if I write Bootstrap CDN, so you can open the first link, and below, when you tap here, you can get the HTML file. You can see that link rel equals to style sheet href and that link. So you can get it from here itself. and you can also get the font or some code from her. Now let's move on to our VS Code. Yeah, so now we will start our body, the content which you want to be shown on that website. So let's start with the header. So we generally differentiate in the main body as header, the top part, footer as the below part, and the content which you want in the center. So we will be making here some navigation bar. So header bar, header. Okay. Under it, nav bar. Nav bar, as you can see, the word itself denotes navigation bar. This is my practice so that I never forget any ending tag. You can use your one, the basic one. Okay. So under it, let's create UL. UL stands for undefined list, unlisted. So you will get that circular part. Like if you will like li list part, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Under it, the li. Okay. Yeah. So now we will mention our stuff. So home. Okay. Next li, let's write about us, and then contact. Sorry. Li, then contact. Okay. So we are creating a list to it. Now we need to make it as a navigation bar. Okay. Let me show you. Let's save this. Let me open the file. Yeah. So I have opened that HTML file which I just now saved through I've gone to that folder and just opened that file. So it is something showing me like this, a list, and with is not numbers. Okay. So we need to make it in a navigation bar. Share my screen. Okay. Yeah. So as you can see, I gone into my first website folder and I then open this index.html. Like you can see, it's something kind of browser. So I open this to check that what I have made. Okay. Now I want it to be something like in center, and we will design it and styling it with the style.css. So let me show you that if you are having this navigation bar, so you will want that when you tap it, it opens something or moves you to some specific position. So generally do that with a tag. So a href. Href is for creating that href denotes where location you want to be opened with when you tap on that written part. Okay. Now, if we want to make it bold, we can use the B tag. B stand for bold. Okay. Now we need to close this in the same order as we had written there. Okay. Yeah. So we have closed it. Same way we will do it here. href. Let's keep hash now. It's like if you keep it hash, it will just open up the same thing. Yeah. Okay. So we have made our navigation bar. Okay. Now let's move to some styling part. As we have made our style.css, let me provide you some background image which I had downloaded from Undraw. You can also find it. So let me share it once. I am providing it in the chat section. So this is an SVG image, .svg extension image. You can download it from the chat section. So you need to have that image in a specific folder inside that folder. So I am also adding it in my folder. Yeah, so I have copied it in my folder. Now let's do the styling. So as we have here body tag, so let's start styling through body. So body, like if you are using any tag in styling, so you just need to write that tag name. If you are using like further, we will add some classes. So when you are styling some class, you need to add dot that class name. If you are adding some kind of ID, then hash, then ID name. Okay. So background image. Then URL and the location where you have kept. Okay. I have just kept in the front in the folder. If you want, generally people, generally the users make specific folder for the styling and specific folder for your images. But since we are making a basic one, so just on the home section, so home.svg. Okay. So we don't want it to get repeated. Is there link to the image again? Okay. Just wait for a second. Let me open it. I haven't provided the link. I have given that whole image file. Oh, sorry, I haven't sent it. Yeah, it's going now. Yeah. Background repeat. So if we will not mention this thing, then it will repeat the background. Okay. Then opacity is something which we do for so that our content is visible. Let's make it 0.8. Now we have here the nav bar. So let's give some class name to it. Okay. So yeah, class equals to nav bar. You can name your class name as whatever you want. Just remember it by styling, or you can check it from here itself. So when I will open, like I need to, as I said, that for the class, you have to write dot and class name for styling. So dot navbar then the brackets. Let's do padding. So padding will create spaces. So let's do padding from left. So styling is, you can't just fix it that this is the styling. You need to watch accordingly and style accordingly, something 40%, 50%, whichever is suitable at that point. Okay, so for now, let's style it as 40%. And let's make the background color as black. Okay. Now we need to connect these two files so that we get our styling in our HTML file. Okay. So to same process, we will write a link, then rel equals to style sheet. As mentioned, that is the style sheet. Okay. Then the link of the connectivity, href. So style.css. If you will place your style.css in some other folder, then you need to specify first that folder name and then slash that file name. So let's close it. Now let's open and refresh this. You can see that it's something in showing some styles now. So moving ahead and making more making it more like a navigation bar. So we will be do some other stylings too. So we had li list part there. So let's make it float left. So it will align all the things. Okay. Then list style type as none. So you were saying that dots, so it will be removing those. Next, let's make it like padding from right. Let's make it 15 pixels. Saving it. Again, let's check what it has done. So you can see that all those dots and stuff has been removed and your list has been aligned in the top section. Now you can see that it has blue color as the link and something not good. So let's make it more looking good. So li, then a, as you can see that. So these stylings generally, for example, if you want, you can also do that body, then space that header, then space navigation bar, but generally it's not needed as we have li part, the single li part in this file. So li and that a, that written section. So through this, we will be styling that specific written section. So let's make the color as white because we have the background as black. Okay, yeah. So I have saved it, and then again refreshing, we can see that its home is white, but while hovering, so it is like blue color. So let's also add some effect while hovering so that it's more presentable. So same lia, and then you need to like colon hover. So this is the section. So this denotes that this styling will appear only if you hover on that location on those written parts. Okay. So let's make its color blue, a decent blue, and text decoration as none. Okay. So you can see it. The underlining part has been removed. If you want, you can give it some another color, for example, red. You can see now it's red. So it's your choice. Okay. So this was the styling and the content of the header section which appears on top. Now let's move towards the body section. So under the header, let's start with the other sections. So we can mention it as section. Okay, this is also a tag. Let's keep this as the about section. Sorry. So yeah, about as the class name. Close this tag, and you can close it here too. Okay. So next, div. So we generally do all the stuff in the div section. Okay, so it's kind of a division part. Then let's have this as content. So for styling, we need to name this as like some class name or some ID name. You also need to close this. Okay. So H3, like we have three styling section for text. H1, H2, H3 till H6. H1 is the largest and H6 is the smallest. So in H3, like I am writing about myself. Okay. So I am. If it's kind of a portfolio, then hi, I am, and then below it, the H1, where I will be writing my name. You can write yours. And then close. Saving this, you can see that some text appeared. Okay, so we need to style it. So talking about the style, as we have named our class name as about, so let's begin this dot about, as we have the class there, padding from bottom. So there are many types of styling. You can do it as percentage or pixel wise. So pixels are small ones and percentage create a large gap. Okay. Generally people use percentage. Okay. So we can see next is content. We added that class name in the div as content. So let's float it at right. Then text align right, and padding. So these are padding are you need to check that what padding size is suitable for your website. Okay. So since we have less time, these are like regular limited time. So I have these things. So you can see that the now that text appears with some paddings and it has been aligned to the right side. But why? Okay. So now this was the we created this as a basic text in the HTML file. Now let's create some buttons. So for example, if you will check some portfolio website, they generally give like no more, download my resume and stuff. Okay, so we will be making buttons and we will be adding some files. So under this div, let's make a div for our buttons. Button. Okay, so as a class name as button, you can keep it whatever you want. Okay, so let's now make two buttons, I guess, one for no more and one for the resume part. Okay, so in the no more section, you can add whatever profile you want, or you can add some section. Okay. So create tag because we need to link something. href. For now, let's keep it hash. And then let's add a class here. Button. Okay. And then, for example, let's keep it resume. So you can attach your resume here. Next, href. For now, let's keep it hash. Class as button. Yeah, and then let's keep it no more. Generally, people keep it no more. Okay. So saving it. I guess we need to do the styling. So we have written that div section class has buttons. So let's make it padding top 50%. These are create spaces. Okay, and padding left as 40%. So this created the button, the box which will be appear will be with these amount of padding from the screen. Now let's do the styling for the text, that specific text on that button. So let's make it background color. You can add some kind of color, and for colors, if you want, like I generally use this color hexa. Okay, so let me provide this link. Yeah, so I use this website for choosing my colors. So I have chosen some color from here itself. So you will get the code. For example, if you go down, you tap on this, you like this color, and you will get its code from here. You can copy it. And if you want some other variants of it, you can search there, or you can even search from here. Okay, so I have chosen a decent color. So you need to write its hexacode, the color's hexacode, or you can write the exact color name if you know. It's C5354F. Okay. So I don't need a border of the box radius. So it will make some curving. 5%. Color as white, text color. So the color code of white is hash and then 6F. Then padding 15 pixel, 32 pixel. So this denotes 15 and 32. So the first one denotes padding from top and bottom 15, 15, and 32 and 32 from left and right. Okay, then text alignment. So let's keep it. I guess all on me. Okay. Text decoration, like as we had seen in the navigation bar, if we link some things, it will like create some underlined part. So let's remove it. Font size in pixel. and then margin. So margin also creates some kind of spacing. So margin from right, let's keep it 10%. Let's save it. So you can see that in the title tag we write first website. So it's showing that letter or words here. So while refreshing it, you can see that you are getting these things. So because of without hovering part, you can see it's so clear. So we need to style it for the hovering too, as we did it for this. Okay, so let's do the same procedure for hovering. Okay, so same button, that class name, and then hover. So color. So I have taken some good colors from there. ECC 700. Let's refresh it. You can see that this is now more good. If you want to remove this underline part, so you can do that by removing that text decoration. So text decoration none. So you can see that the underline part has been removed. Okay. Yeah. So now make the footer. I don't know why this image is not working. So through this, we can comment it out in the CSS part, like a hyphen, then asterisk, and then where we want that part to be commented, the section that the end, we need to again do the opposite, first asterisk, then hyphen. The image is not appearing. I need to see. Okay, we will see it. And if you want to add some, like if you want to add some kind of comment in the HTML part, so you can do this, then here exclamation mark, and then two hyphens, and where you want to end it, you can give it like two hyphens and then this. So through this, you can comment any part or you can add comments. Okay. So now let's move on to our footer section, where we will be adding some more icons. So let's move for the footer. So this is the footer tag. Okay. Then center. So center tag will center all your stuff in this footer tag at the center of the screen. So generally, the things looks good at the center in the footer section. You can adjust the size. I am keeping it as ID. Okay. And you need to keep it under this, like before closing that less than or greater than sign. Okay. Then let's keep it as contact. So it will appear on screen. See. Now let's add some like your name. So it, and then you want, if you want, you can provide your email address. So these are some stuff which you want. If you want, you can add, or whatever you want, you can add. Okay. And then your phone number. If you want, like we are adding some kind of some random phone numbers. Okay. Yeah. Then let's close this. You can see that these are appearing at the bottom. We will be styling it soon. Okay. Now let's add some icons. Like if you want anyone to check your social media profile or connect you through your social media, you can add those social media icons here and the links. So div, okay, and anchor tag. A is known as anchor, and okay, let me tell you about this. href. So the link where you want it to be proceeded, and then yeah. So for adding your icons, as you can see that we added some style sheets as font awesome. So let me show you what is font awesome. So moving to the fontawesome.com, you can get ample of icons from here. I guess my network is slow, that's why it's taking time. Okay, till it's opening, let's write the code. So this is the terminology which we write, far. So we will be studying about GitHub ahead. So far hyphen like space, then far, that hyphen, and then GitHub. So it will be appearing as the GitHub icon on your HTML file on your website. Okay, and then here you need to add your link, your GitHub profiles link. So now we are adding just github.com, the main site, saving it. Yeah, it has opened. So you can see those so many icons are here, and you can get your codes here also. For example, I open this and just tap it on this angry face. My net is very slow. So like when you will tap it, you will get its code here. You can see a small GitHub icon here. Zooming it, you can see that the GitHub icon is appearing at the bottom, a very small one. So we need to make it a large one. So you can make it large through here, like far hyphen 2x. So it will be increase its size as 2 times. Refreshing it, you can see that it has now appeared more bigger. You can adjust your site if you want it to be appeared more bigger than this. Then you can see it now. Let's keep it 2x. Okay, and likewise we will be adding more. So one more thing, let me show you. So like you can see, when you are tapping this, it is opening that the link which you have provided in the same tab. But if you want it to be appear in some new tab, so you need to add something here as target. So it will be targeting a new tab. In colons, it is like blank. Saving it. Now you can see it is opening it in another tab now. And if you want, you can add that here also in target and in this too. So let's copy this, paste it below, and whatever you icons you want. So this is the basic structure. So let's say LinkedIn, then Twitter, then if you want Facebook, then Facebook, and then Instagram, a famous one. Yeah. So you can see that all those icons are appearing here. And in the href section, you need to add your profile link. So now let's style this. So coming below, so starting with the footer tag. So let's keep the background color same as black. Okay. Then height of this section, 45 px. So these are some styling terms you need to studying. Pixel, VR, VH, EM, REM. So these are different one, and you need to add them accordingly. Okay. So footer part, display. Right. So these add some flexibility. So these are some styling terminology. So you need it, like these all will come by regularly making websites and going through. If you want to learn more, you can go through Free Code Camp, W3 schools, and some CDN websites too. And there are ample of like YouTube too. So column, so it will appear in a decent column way. And there are all the spacing terminologies. And you can always search for some styling through net. I generally use W3 School. And if you think that you want to be a pro and you do not want to search anything, then it's a bitter truth. But even the pro ones also search silly things on web. So these are some things which a developer need to know. Surfing is a part of developing things. So let's design that text H3 color. We had that color, good colors here. Font size 32 pixel. Okay. Let's add some padding. 10 pixel. Height 5 pixel. So these all are creating the styling of that H3, that contact part. Then let's style that paragraph where we added our name and email ID. Color as white. Font size as 24 pixel. So these are all the pixel. If you want, you can increase or decrease. It's according to you. 5 pixel. So this padding, a single 5 pixel will be creating 5 pixel padding or spacing from each side, from top, bottom, left, and right. Okay. Now let's design that far. Like you can see, the spacing here, far space far hyphen GitHub. So if you want, you can add as many class name in between this parenthesis, and you can style it accordingly. So this is a class name now. So padding 3 pixel from top and bottom, and from left and right. Color as white. Okay, let's save it. You can see the whole thing has changed. This is looking now a better one. effect, that underline part. So let's remove our hover. Colon. Those are the same color. Cursor. So this will, let me just first show you here. Refreshing it. Excuse me. So you can see it is more good now. You can remove that under decoration part that is appearing down, and it sometimes appear that the cursor will be appearing as same as this cursor. So for surety, you need, sometimes you need to write that pointer. Okay. So this is our styling part. So we have created the link and the button, but what to add here? So in the button section, as we have seen that hash is there. So for no more, if you want, you can add some other websites link. If you want, you can add a contact section link. Okay, so you just need to write contact. If you want, you can add your LinkedIn link, because generally people know you much better through your LinkedIn. Okay, and then if you want to whatever link or file you are providing here should open in some other tab. So again, target underscore blank. Okay, and resume. So you need to attach a PDF file. Okay, so let's copy, add some PDF file here. So I have one PDF file or any other file which you want. Okay, so let's add a readme file. You can add your PDF file, or if you had your resume in Word file, then Word file. And you need to add that exact name. So readme, and you can see that file type is MD. So the exact name, readme.md. If you want to check the extensions, so just right click, properties. So you can see here that .md is written. So from here you can check all the extensions, and you need to write the exact name with that extension. And again, if I want this to be open in some other tab, yeah. So if I'm clicking no more, it's opening LinkedIn in some new tab, and whatever the website or link you added. If I'm tapping resume, so I attached a readme file here. So this is opening it here. So whatever file you will attach, it is open in new tab. Okay, and yeah, this section, the navigation part, like you have created this, and for example, if we tap on home, again the same, about us, again the same, contact about, again the same, but you need it to search somewhere else. So you can see that we have about as class in this section. So let's term it as about, and you can see we need to add as a class here. Class, let's add as contacts. Okay, let's save it. Yeah, so saving it, we added, and if you want, you can, the hash will opening up the exact same thing from top, so that's why. And if you are making a different .html file for each section, like home section a separate one, about a separate one, contact a separate one, then you will need to add that. For example, this is index file. If you are adding about us file, so about us, if its name is about us.html in this colon part. So we have saved it. Now, sorry. sorry, I forgot one thing. We need to add a hash, otherwise it will be termed as some web link. Yeah. So you can see when I tapped on contact, so it is navigating me to the contact section. Okay. And you can see that when I am tapping it here, so since we have attached the GitHub link itself, so it's opening in the GitHub, but you can attach the separate links. I guess you all have written. If not, then let me give you some time. Yeah. So I guess visible. If you haven't written this part, you can type type it. Okay. So I'm giving you time to type. Complete it, because after that we will be uploading it on the GitHub, learning GitHub and GitHub CLI. Have you all completed that HTML file? Like if yes, then you can type it in the chat section so that I will open that style sheet. I guess people are still writing, like typing. Okay, one has completed. Okay, let's wait for others too. Okay. Have others completed it? Okay. Just few minutes for the style. This is very small. Yeah. To write it fast. Shall we move ahead? Okay, okay. Yeah. Is it good, Disha? Shall we proceed now to GitHub and GitHub CLI part? Because we need to deploy it also. Okay, so let's proceed. I guess all of you have the GitHub account. All of you must have made it. And I've also downloaded the Git Bash. Okay. So if you have newly downloaded your Git Bash, then we need to configure it too. So I am giving you few things or showing you it. So open your Git Bash and write these things: git config space two hyphens global user.name, your username of your GitHub account, and then again after entering this, your email ID, and it will be asking for basic login. If you haven't done these things, so you can proceed now. If you are having some confusion with your like what is your GitHub username, then open your GitHub, sign in. Okay, so let me show you. So when you will open your profile, you can get it from here also, or you can see it from here too. This, and like mine one is Aniket hyphen Sinha 8. So you need to add that username here. Okay, so let me tell you about GitHub. So GitHub is a platform where you can host your website. So let me just show you with these some slides. Okay, so you can see GitHub. GitHub is a code hosting platform, and you can collaborate it there. So if you are working in a team, you can work on GitHub. It is also a platform for hosting, and it is one of platform for open source contribution. Open source is the term is with the websites or the things which are open for everybody and everyone can contribute in. So how does the GitHub work? These are the four main things in GitHub: repositories, branch, commit, and pull request. So you need to create a repository. Repository is a kind of folder in your GitHub account. Branch, it has many branches in it, like we will see add. Commit, whatever you will add in that folder, so you need to commit it. And if you are contributing to someone's other repository, so you need to do the pull request too. So let's deploy our website. So there are two ways. One is we can do it through GitHub CLI, and the other is the basic one. So let's study about first the GitHub CLI. So I am providing you one link to download it just now. let me provide you the link. Yeah, so just open that link and the just 5 to 7 MB file get downloaded. Screen is still not visible. Like I have just provided a link in the chat section, so you need to open it, and it will be like starting a file to get downloaded, or you can download it through this link and then install it. So this is the installation process for GitHub CLI. We need to do a setup for it. This is a small 5 MB file, 5 to 7 MB, I guess. So have you all downloaded it and installed? Okay, that's it. So since you all have installed, so open git bash. Is my screen visible? Okay. Just a minute, let me rejoin it. I guess it's creating some error. Yeah. Am I audible? Sorry for the inconvenience. Like there's some kind of network issue in my area, I guess. So if you have opened your Git Bash, then for setting up that GitHub CLI, so gh auth login. Okay. So it will be asking you some questions. So enter. So let's log in with a web. So press enter. You need to copy this code because you will need to enter it on a tab which will be opened on the browser. Okay. So then press enter. Let me share you that browser. Yeah. So you can see that it is asking for that code. So just paste it here, then continue. Authorize GitHub, and then the password of your GitHub account. So it's all set. Open Git Bash again, and as you can see, authentication complete. Press enter. So yeah, pressing 2 times enter, the configuration is completed. You can check the status also. So you can see that logged into GitHub as Aniket -select. This is my username. So this is it. We have configured it. Now we need to create repositories in the GitHub account. And the benefit of GitHub CLI is that we can directly create repositories through this GitHub CLI itself. So gh repo for repository, create. Okay, let's give it a title as first website. Visibility is, it is asking that you want that repository to be visible to everyone, or you want it to be make it private. So let's keep it visible to everyone now. So Y for yes. Giving some error. Create repository name. Okay, first let me move to my D drive. Like I generally do the things in my D drive. Gh repo create. Okay. Wait a second. I am writing some wrong code, I guess. Just a minute. Yeah. I don't know why it's giving me error, but this is the like the code which we generally write, gh repo create. And if you want, you can add the title here itself. And if not, then if you will press enter, it will ask for your title, but it is giving some issues. So we will be directly using, like you can see that the repositories have been created. Let me show you. Yeah. So you can see that I created the first website repository. So it has been created on my GitHub account, but it is showing error there. I don't know why. So let's use here too. So you can see the website, the repository has been created. I guess in your case, it must be available. So you can go to that CD and that repository name. So I am cloning this from my own GitHub account. Yeah, it's now visible. So I have made this first website. Now, if you will open your D drive, you can see, yes, the first website here. Okay, so we had the same name. That's why it's giving me error. Okay, okay, then got it. Yes, so create not a Git repository. Yes, sorry. It's giving me error. No, why. Okay, clone. Let's clone the other one. So through this, we are creating the clone, the folder in our that folder name. So first, then cd means change directory, and that name. Okay, so we have changed. Now checking our D drive. Yeah, we have here. So you can see it here. Another folder has been created. So let's copy our stuff. Okay, let's paste it. Or if you want, like generally people first clone it and then start writing the thing. So we have copied it. Next, we need to add these files to the main web repository. So git add space the dot. So it is adding. Now git commit, as we had uh, read about commit, git commit m. So whatever message you want, you can write it here. So committed, and then git push. Okay, so now let's check our repository. So you can see we have these many files. README file are the files which generally appear as we open the repository. Okay, so now let's check our website. So go to settings, come below. From here in this GitHub pages section, in the source, choose that main master branch. Let's save it. Okay. Again, go to that same section. Open that. Let's open it in a new tab. And remember that location and the file name. So you can see the repository name is first website and Aniket, and the file name which we need to open is index.html. So since we haven't opened that index.html yet, so index.html. Okay, yeah. So now we can see that our website has been hosted. And now you can share this link, this exact link, with anybody you want. Your like link name will appear something else, like github.io something, because I have connected some domain name with my GitHub account. That's why it's appearing like this. So this is the website link which you can share with anyone. You have hosted your website here. So have you all done it? This is just something different way. A simple way is also there, which I will be showing you just now. Okay, so let's move on to the simple one. Like if just you want to host your website, then your repository. Okay, create a new one. Let's name whatever name you want. Just keep it first website. It's showing that it's not available, so like let's it first double E. You can add a description. Just keep it public. If you want, you can add a README file. Now create repository. Okay. Now you need to add your file. So add file, upload file. Okay. So you should you need to upload either your file or your folder. So if you will be uploading your folder, then you need to mention it while you will be opening that link. So let's copy this, paste it here. So you can see the files are being uploaded. And here also you can see commit changes, the commit which we did there. So this is the commit on our browser. Commit changes. It is processing the files. Yeah. So now you can see that that folder, the files which we created has been uploaded. Okay. Now we need to get that link. So remember this path, first website, like double E, and this name, and then the index.html. So again, go to the settings, go to the main branch. Like you can check your branch. Let me show you. Like on which branch you need to open. So this is your repository. You can check your branch from here, and if you want, you can create new branches too, like find or create a branch. So we have single branch till yet. Okay, so let's open this in another tab, and we need to follow the exact file location path. So we can see this, and then the first website. So we need to write it here. Okay, when we will be writing this, it will be opening our main. Like if we have single index.html, it will be opening that itself. And if we have many HTML files, you can also write this. You can see that we have fully functional website now, which is opening also. So you can share this link of yours. Okay. So talking about more about GH pages, like the GH or the GitHub CLI part. So for example, you have a repository and you need to work on that. So you can go to code and you are seeing that GH repo clone. So you can clone it from here, and same way you can open it and add more stuff. So if you want to read more about this GitHub CLI, then there is a website. So you can read more about this GitHub CLI from here. Some basic functions are there. And if you need to read its documentation, documentation is the best place to start with or to learn anything, but it sometimes are hectic ones to understand. You need to focus. So I have given the documentation link. You can read more like how to create PRs. PR is a pull request. So pull request is a thing, for example, this is the repository. This is another repository and you want to contribute in it. So you need to clone it, add whatever you have done, and then you need to create a PR pull request. Okay. So you need to write like GH PR create and then title, and then a PR, a pull request will be created, and that person will can see a pull request here. So let me show you the other stuff, pull request creation, because we need it. By the way, it's almost the end of the session, but few more things I will be showing. So you can see that learning doesn't end here. We have 2 other workshops too. Tomorrow is intro to graphic designing, and on 18th it is intro to UI UX designing, and these both are very demanding now. Yeah. So want to win digital swags, best learner badge, and special recognition on social media. So for this, we need to also learn what and how to create pull requests. Okay. So this is our repository. You need to clone it, fork it, clone it, and then upload your file. So I will be showing you every step. So let's read it first. So you can see some basic details. Okay. Yeah. So we have to clone this repository, add our files, and you can share whatever you will be making today, tomorrow, or day after tomorrow and you can tag our social media page MSc Pilani and use hashtag Codigo-Fiesto and MSc Pilani. We will be seeing all these and checking, and after checking your work which you will be uploading and reviewing your tagging, we will be creating choosing top 5 people whose work will be very good among the others, and they will be given they will win digital swag. Okay, and their works will be showcased on our social media platform, and the one who will be learning in all these 3 days will be attending all the 3 workshops and will be performing really very good will also get digital swag, an extra best learner badge, and that person or that those 3 people will be recognized on our social media with their photo details and their work. Okay, now let's see how you can contribute. So this is our repository. I am sharing it in the comment section, the chat section. You can also open it. Okay, opening it, you need to you will be uploading your work for today's workshop. So after opening it, you can see it here, fork. Okay, and I have many accounts connected, that's why it's showing me option, but it will be start forking yours. So it's forking. Forking means it is creating a copy of that main repository in your GitHub account repository. So see, you can see that it's my GitHub account username and it has been created a copy of it. So open, we have written the names. For today's workshop, open the first folder, build and deploy your first website. Okay, so you can see clone, a basic one, the cloner, add your HTML file and the screenshot of a build website. So whatever website you have built, for example, you have created this. So lower down the screen size and just add 1 or 2 screenshots of your website which you have created. Okay. And yeah, remember that you need to upload a folder, as we have 2-3 files. So name that folder name as your name, as your main name. You can like just name it. And yeah, remember not to give any space while naming your folder. Okay, so as we have created one, so you can see that I will be uploading in the copy which is in my repository, in my GitHub account. So same way, upload files. Okay, and let's, like, you can just like copy it from here, drag and drop, or you can open from here, like choose your files. Okay, you can write anything, or first commit, or write your name. Okay, commit changes. And this is processing. So through this only, this is the way how you can create your PR, a basic one. So forking it, adding your files or doing the changes, and then we will be creating pull request. So through pull request, you will be sending a request to that repository that yes, I have made these many changes, or I have added these many files, and you can add it in your main repository, like if you want to check. Okay, so we have one branch itself. Opening this, you can see that the file has been uploaded, the folder has been uploaded. Okay, now we need to create a pull request, a request that yes, I have made these changes. If you want, you can add it in your main repository. So new pull request. Okay, so you can see head repository, the cloned one in my account, and this is the main one. So this will be sending a pull request there with the changes you have made, and the person, like this is an organization account, for example, it is some person's account. That person can review your work and then can merge it in the same final, the main repository. So create pull request. You need to write something, whatever you want to write, like you can write your name and then create pull request. Okay, yeah, so now you can see this is the main repository by MSc Pilani. Okay, and there is a pull request of mine. Yeah, so this is the pull request. Now the MSc Pilani can merge it in their main repository. So this is the procedure. You need to fork it, open that folder name, open that the folder of that workshop. So today's workshop is build and deploy your first website. Okay, and add your work. If it is in a, like for this, it need to be in a folder. Write that folder name or rename that folder name as your own name. Okay, then open that this folder, add file, or through which you will be adding your folder with your own name, and remember to add a screenshot of what you have made. Okay, then create a pull request, like go to pull request and create new pull request and write your name maybe, and that's it. And after that, we're merging it and we'll be reviewing it, and accordingly the best learners will get digital swags, and at the end the top 3 ones will get an extra best learner badge and a special recognition on our social media platform. Yeah, and this, for this we are also providing certificates. I think we have question how to upload folder after. Okay, I will, let me show you it again. So this is the repository I have given in the chat section. So when you fork it, so it has already created a fork in mind. Okay, so when you fork it, it will be just copying that same exact repository in your repository. So you can see like Codigo-Fiesto one, copied one in your repository, and open for today's workshop. Sorry. Okay, like you need to upload for every workshop whichever you are attending. So open that folder name. The folder name has been renamed as the workshop name. Okay, go to that folder, open that folder. You can see that this is your accounts repository, and in the same way, open that folder. Okay, and add file. go to upload files. Okay, add whatever files you have created. Okay, like drag and drop or choose, commit it. After committing it, go to pull request and create new pull request, and down below send pull request. That's it. An easy one. Like if you will face any issue while sending it, then you can ask in the group. I think all must be in the group. They will be helping you there. Yeah. So talking about the certificates, we have certificates for you all, but you need to complete a quiz, a simple and easy one, because through that quiz only there will be like it has a section of name and email, and you need to attempt that quiz, and after attempting that quiz you will be getting the certificate in your mail. Like yeah. So I have provided the link to that quiz in the chat section. You need to open it. You need to complete that quiz, and after that only you will be getting your certificate. So you need to complete it, the basic one, like what does HTML do, what does CSS do, what is the CLI command to create pull request. So as I told you, it's basic one, and if you want you can check it from here. So it's GHPR create. So you need to complete it, and yeah, you will be getting your certificates by tomorrow or by day after tomorrow. But you need to complete this quiz because it is mandatory. After that only you will be getting your certificate. I guess you all are attempting the quiz because it is important to get your certificates. So have you all completed it? The link is in the comment, the chat section. But if you are like not able to use it, then you can use it, like type this on your search bar, bit.ly// Codigo-Fiesto hyphen fest Codigo hyphen Festo hyphen quiz one, and just complete it. Like if you have done, then just mention it in the chat section. If you have done, just write the yes or done, something like that. Okay, one has done. Others to just do it fast because it is very necessary, because without completing it you will not be getting the certificate. So basically okay, let me share it again. Yeah, this is the basic quiz. And yeah, do write your full name, because it will be mentioning on your certificate. That's great. People are doing. Okay, I guess all have completed it. I hope you all enjoyed it, and you must have learned something new for sure. And it will be really like if you are starting with web development, then this will be a really helpful hand for you all, because I guess many people are from first year too, because new years have been started. So this can help you a lot to begin your journey. And web development is so, but not for the whole event. Uh, I am extremely sorry. I got a call. That's why my network was not there. I guess I am audible now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I was saying that I hope you all enjoyed the session, and I've really learned something, and this will be helping you a lot. And like generally, many students of first year ask me on LinkedIn like how to start, what to start with in first year. So it's my general suggestion for you all. If you are from first year, then do begin it with web development, because it is the best thing to start with. So thank you everyone. But yeah, remember, this is not the end. Tomorrow is another session at same time 5 p.m. and tomorrow we will be making amazing graphic designs, and we will be following the same pattern. And remember to upload your made files on GitHub as I have told. And if you are facing any problem, you can ask it in group. We will surely help you. And let's see who wins the digital swags. Will be get the recording, or like we will check if our organization allow, then we'll surely try to provide. Like I forgot to start the recording from the beginning, so it will be start. If you will be getting the recording, then it will be from around after 10 minutes, 10 or 20 minutes late. I will talk to the organization. So yeah, thank you everyone. Let's meet at 5 tomorrow. And yeah, if you haven't joined our group, then you should join, because we really help people a lot there. And we also do many events, so you can participate there. Excuse me. So you can join our group through this link, because if you are facing any issue, then you can ask it here too.